Welcome back, everyone, to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So we're jumping back into Queen's River today. And if you remember from the last episode, Alex went off to the psychiatric hospital to talk to Camille's mom and maybe see if we can get some more information about her daughter's death. So let's go ahead and see what Alex has to say. Okay, so Azrael, I'm already at the psychiatric hospital. Give me a moment. I'm checking in to see Mrs. Alicia Bertrand. All right, I'll be here, Alex. Let's hope she tells us something useful for the case. Look, we'll be here. This isn't looking great, Azrael. They've told me she's in a difficult state, that talking to her might not help much. In fact, they only let me in because I pushed a bit with the badge. Still, it's worth a try. If there's any chance we have to take it, even if she says little, she might drop something key. I mean, it is possible. Like, she could be into a state where she's not really talking. But something might jog her memory that makes her talk. So even if it's just a little, she might drop something important. I'm going to record the conversation. Okay, good. It'll be useful as evidence. And while I'm at it, I'll send it to you. Just give me a sec. Okay, so we have the message. Let's go ahead and listen to it.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Bertrand. I'm Inspector Aragon. Mind if I sit with you?
David, you've come. I knew you'd show up eventually.
No. David? I'm Inspector Aragon, from Queen's River Police. I'm here about an ongoing case. A missing woman.
Oh, of course, Inspector. Please have a seat. Shall I make you a cup of tea?
Thank you, Mrs. Bertrand. I'm here because we're following a lead in the case of a missing woman, Emily Salazar. You might have heard about it. It's been in the media quite a bit.
Always so formal, David. But since when do you care about things like that?
Mrs. Bertrand, this David, does it bother you if I ask who he is?
David, you're too funny. I never get tired of your sense of humor, dear.
Mrs. Bertrand, please. Emily Salazar. Do you know her?
Emily? No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry to be blunt, Mrs. Bertrand. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your daughter. About Camille. Mrs. Bertrand?
Don't say her name! No! Why, Camille? It's your fault, you bastard! You're never there for your family! Why? Camille! No!
Yeah, that definitely did not turn out well. And she obviously thought Alex was David, who I'm assuming is Camille's father. And, even there, because she was like, what do you care? This is your fault, you bastard. You were never there for your family. So I think that's who she thought he was. Okay, so Alex says, well, looks like that's the end of the visit. I don't think she can give us much more. That reaction wasn't normal. Yeah, so something... I mean, it's the death of her daughter. That would trigger, any mother. To lose your daughter, and what they called an accident, that wouldn't be easy. And if she was already having issues to begin with, that could be enough to, break somebody. Okay, so she seems really shaken, huh? And what was she saying? Do you think she was talking about a specific someone? Poor woman, she's completely disconnected. So let's bring up the thing about David. Who is David? She says David's, it's his fault about Camille. You mean David? I'm not sure. We definitely need to look into it. By the way, just as they were taking her away, she dropped something. A locket. It doesn't look very valuable, but maybe it has sentimental value to her. So it says, with love, C and D. So that could be Camille and David. Well, if David was her husband, he would have to be in her life to give her something like that. I don't think David's a son, but something like that might make sense, with love to our mother from Camille and David. But I mean, I guess a husband and daughter could give that to her, but so did you notice the initials engraved on it? CXD. Yeah, it's just one engraving. It might be worth seeing if it means anything or keeping it as evidence. I mean, the initials look pretty, that might mean something. David obviously is somebody to this. I did see them, you're right, but I'll have someone return it to her. Seems important to her. Anyway, we got the photo. Well, beyond that, I'll speak to the orderly or someone I can lean on a bit. See what else we can find. We're not leaving here empty-handed, Azrael. All right, then. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can dig up something on my own. I know this isn't your style, but I'm going to try a few other avenues. Give me a bit. I've got an idea. Okay, so we're going to see if we can dig up something on our own, while he tries to maybe get some information out of somebody that works there. So obviously, it's probably another hacking minigame, of course. Oh, and there was something I wanted to kind of point out to you all. Now, I don't know if you noticed it on your playthrough of this game, or if you're just watching me play through it. When I was editing, I was looking at this picture because I used it as one of my thumbnails. We have the initials JS right there, which fits for Joseph Salazar. So that says to me he drew that picture of her. So Camille had to have been somebody important to him. So let's go ahead. We're going to get into the last mini game. So we must be getting close to the end of this chapter here. So this is the St. Eustace Asylum. That one was almost a little similar to the last one we just did. Okay, so 2 sugars in the brew with no S, memories by the canal, and just a bite of sweetness. So 2 sugars in the brew with no S. Well, if it's talking about espresso, maybe it's just coffee? Memories by the canal. I'd say Venice. And just a bite of sweetness. Ooh, I don't know what that means. Okay, we'll just stick something in there. Oh, maybe it's just... Maybe it means without the S. Oh, I don't know. I'm confused. That took a while to get that one, and I had to use the hacker tool a few times to give me a little bit of a hint, because at times I could not remember where the letters were, even writing them down. I was getting myself confused. So, but luckily we were able to get through that. Okay, so we have the St. Eustace Asylum Mental Health Facility Visitation Log. So patient name, Alicia Bertrand, resident ID 0048 SEAQ25. Full name, date, and time. So Emily Salazar. Oh, so Emily was visiting her. 27/4/1730. Emily Salazar, 12/06 1615. Emily Salazar, 4/7/1800. And Emily Salazar, 08/3/825. So notes, all visits occurred during approved visitation hours, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., excluding 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Visitor identity confirmed on each occasion. No incidents or irregularities reported. This visitation log is part of the confidential records of St. Eustace Asylum. Use or disclosure without proper authorization is prohibited and may result in legal action. So why was Emily Salazar visiting Camille's mother? Okay, so we can send this to Alex. Okay, you have to see this. Look what I just found. You're going to be surprised by this. Check this out. Okay, so look what I just found. Emily Salazar. No way. This doesn't look like just a coincidence anymore. She came to visit Donna Alicia. Why would she do that? How long had they known each other? Another piece in this mess, Azrael, and they've already been too many coincidences. Okay, something brought her here. The question is what? Do you think she came to learn more about Camille? I think she knew about Camille, and I think something brought her there, but what brought her there? Like, did she want to talk to, Camille's mother about what had happened or what? I don't know. Well, that's one thing to ask Joseph later. By the way, after pushing a bit more, they let me see some of Alicia's personal belongings. Nothing too useful. She's been living here for ages, but among her things, they gave me an old mobile. I'm going to try turning it on and see if there's anything on it. Damn, it's locked. There's got to be something we can do. I bet Kitsune can handle that. Yeah, Kitsune's got it. Okay, so let's get in touch with Kitsune. Okay, so I've been looking over your conversation. That old phone, maybe we can do something about it. We're really close, Azrael, to finding out what really happened to Emily, to Camille. About the phone, I've got something that might help you. I've added something new to the hacking app, basically a service app for old phones. It's a new module, basically a remote support tool. In short, it'll let you connect to that phone, to its interface. If there's anything on it, we'll find it. I hate to say it, but this is starting to smell like something big. Much bigger than we thought. Whatever's on that phone might be the missing piece. All right, I'll try it now. Let's do this. We can't stop now. This time, whatever happens, happens. Yeah, so let's do this. We can't stop now. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay, so remote access mode, direct device detected, Pokia M95. Okay, so hint, the medallion holds it, just read it, with double hearth at the end. Double hearth? What the hell is a double hearth? Oh, I don't want to go there. Okay, so C and D, it could be, so 3. Could be 3, 4. If it's going by C and D, 3, 4 could be the start of it. I don't know what double hearth means. And it is a 4-letter pen. So it's probably the 3, 4, but maybe a 0, 0. I'm not sure what double hearth is. I'm going to have to think about this for a second. Okay, let's just try one. Okay, so the pen is incorrect. Okay, so that was our first attempt because I tried the 3, 4, 0, 0. Because like I said, I don't understand what it means by double hearth. All right, everyone. So I have been trying to work through this puzzle forever, and I've noticed because I did take a little bit of a break, and closed out the game so I could come back because I knew it wasn't a time limit. It also reset my attempts, so that's nice because I know when I was trying it earlier, I had at least one attempt on it. So the way we're going to look at this is, I think I have figured it out. And we're going to look at the picture really quick. So right here, so we have C and D. Now, we need to use this alphabetically from the C and D. So the number that corresponds with the letter in the alphabet. So C is 3, right? So A, B, C. That's number 3. Then we have D, which would be 4. And then if you see here in the clue here, hearth is uppercased. So we need double H, which is 8. I'm sorry, I had to count. So it should be 3488. And we're going to go ahead and try that code. So 3488. That was it. Okay, we are in. Now, I'm not sure what happens if you don't get to solve it correctly. I'm assuming maybe Kitsune does something and lets you in. But we were able to get in. So let's go ahead and check her phone. Okay, so the app can't be open. Please take your device to service. Okay, so the calendar doesn't work. We do have emails. Okay, so Camille Bertrand, this is from her on May 21st, 8:10 p.m. Happy birthday. Hi, Mom. I wanted to wish you happy birthday again. I know I already said it at home, but we always end up arguing. Now that I've calmed down a bit, and maybe you have too, I'll say it again from the heart, happy birthday. I know things haven't always been great between us lately, but I really hope we can fix it, Mom. Oh, I've attached that photo you always asked for. I scanned it, so you'll have it forever. Again, happy birthday for the 4th time today. Okay, so let's see if we can download the attachment. Oh, connection lost. Something unexpected happened. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble. That was the only thing I looked at. It's the first friggin' thing I looked at. But it did look like the girl in the photo that Joseph had. So let's go ahead and answer.
Did you really think you were the only ones with tricks? I like playing too. You have no idea what you're dealing with. You're moving pieces you don't understand. And when they break, you won't even know what you've lost. If you think you're going to get anything out of this, my advice, stop. Next time, you won't be so lucky. One day, when you least expect it, I'll be in a friend's garden or outside your flat, smiling like just another delivery man. The ones who looked into the dark and did nothing, they always go back to the void.
Okay, so interesting. Now, I'm assuming we can talk, to Kitsune. So, Kitsune says, Azrael, I saw what happened. The phone's been destroyed. What was left of it? Everything. It was the closest thing we had to proof. And that call. Why now? I mean, we started to step into something it didn't want us to. Why right when we were so close? It's like they know our every move. Everything we touch. This person, the one who took Emily, it's connected to Camilla Bertrand without a doubt. It can't be anything else. Everything leads back to her. And what's more, I'm sorry to tell you this so late, Azrael. This isn't easy. Oh, God. Are you David? I bet you this is David. Okay, so hey, don't leave me hanging. What's going on? Okay, so I think Kitsune is about ready to reveal themselves, kind of like Jake does in Duskwood. So what's going on, Kitsune? I knew Camille. Dude, what? Did you, like, have a stroke? What just happened there? Hey, Kitsune, are you alright? What happened? I don't understand you. Answer me, Kitsune. Yeah, are you alright? Like, did you just, like, faceplant into your keyboard?
A name that drifts through wire, data's gleam, friend or shadow, guide or lie, a flash of truth behind the sky. No wall too thick, no code too deep. The fox slips in, it does not sleep. The mask may hide what came before, but Kitsune sing behind that door. The net remembers, knows too well, the fox that danced where secrets fell. A myth to some, a crime to trace, a silent ghost that leaves no trace. Legends fade on a twist with time, but this one cuts through coded crime, and what it seeks is buried tight, not justice, maybe just what's right. But this one cuts through coded crime, and what it seeks is buried tight, not justice, maybe just what's right. Fox aflame. What it hides still haunts the night. Lived life that remembers, knows too well, the fox that danced where secrets fell. A myth to some, a crime to trace, a silent ghost that leaves no trace. Legends fade or twist with time, but this one cuts through coded crime, and what it seeks is buried tight, not justice, maybe just
All right, everyone. So that was the end of chapter 2. And I swear these devs are on point with this music. I think I've been kind of under the impression it might be the AI generated music, where you can type in stuff and they make a song. But, even if it is, it's been on point this whole time. So Kitsune was going to tell us who they really were. And of course, that would be the end of the chapter. But I'm leaning towards Kitsune's David. Whether that means it's Camille's brother or her father or, I don't know which one, but I'm pretty sure Kitsune's David. And I'm positive he's probably going to say brother. I could be wrong, but so it says, after locating Camille's mother, Alicia Bertrand, in a mental clinic, you found a key clue, her old mobile phone. But just before accessing the truth, it was remotely hacked. Shortly after, an anonymous call claimed responsibility for the attack, pushing you further away from answers. It was then that Kitsune revealed having known Camille in the past. Stay tuned for more Queen's River in Chapter 3, The Hound, the Witch, and the Music Box. Very, very interesting title for that. So let me know in the comments down below who you think Kitsune is. Like, what are your theories on who he possibly is? It's like I said, I think it's David. And I was also like to hear your theories on who you believe it is right now. I've heard a lot of Erica's in the comments, which I'm on board with that. I definitely am. Erica's very sus. Erica has something to do with this, and she's just not wanting to admit it. Whether it's she knows more than what she's letting on, but she's just too scared to come out with it, or whether Erica is behind all this. Now, I know also in the past couple episodes, I have mentioned I've also kind of sussed Joseph a little bit from the sheer fact that he has a picture of Camille, which looked like the little bit that we could see in the picture there from the hacker, before the hacker got into it, it looked like her from that photo. So he also drew the picture of her that was left in one of the books because it had the JS at the bottom of it. I'm kind of leaning that Joseph might be involved because everybody that has been involved with Camille, after her death, like Sergio, he's dead. Emily's not dead, though. Emily was kidnapped, and I don't believe that Joseph would hurt his sister. He might hurt Sergio for bullying Camille. So it is very possible he could still be tied into this, because I mentioned earlier, that with the syringes, he could have injected himself. He does have ties with the hospital and stuff like that, if they have that there, the Valeria. He could have injected himself to make it look like he was a victim. Now, I don't know if that's true. I still am on top that Erica has something to do with this. But Joseph's just looking a little bit sus, and hopefully we'll get to talk to him in Chapter 3. I hope you guys are enjoying Queen's River as much as I am. It's definitely a good cliffhanger to leave this on. Like I said, leave me your theories in the comments down below. Please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.